Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Future Friday on this fine day. We're so excited to have you here. I'm extra excited to have Alex on this morning because Alex took 2 Future Friday trainings and then made a beautiful baby out of them. And I'm so happy she's here to talk about what she did and how she applied what she learned here. It's so great.
Yeah,
Alex, the floor is all yours. You just let me know when to go to the next slide, and I got you.
amazing. Thanks so much. And yeah, I only have you guys to thank because this literally couldn't have been done without those other presentations. So thanks to yourself for kind of walking us through Meta and the ads world and how to use that, as well as Nathan, because I did utilize a lot of this through his Gamma app, which we'll just lightly touch on. And I will start off by saying, again, I'm very new at this. This has only been something that has been done over this past month, a few weeks ago. That being said, we figured it wouldn't hurt to, get you guys jumping right on it, because if I can do it, who is somebody that's historically, technically challenged in every way, and like basically an 80-year-old at heart, then you guys can too. So yeah, so how how to grow on social media and obtain leads. So yeah, go ahead. Do you want to just pop up to the next slide? So really what you really need before running your ad, and that's what this is all about. It's about utilizing Meta, utilizing Facebook and Instagram to create an ad through using a reel that then will go out and disperse out to different targeted audiences that you're choosing, with the end goal of creating leads, to funnel leads right into your pipeline, right? So what you need before this is you need a short, engaging reel. You need a clear message. You need a Meta business account connected to Instagram, and a simple lead magnet or freebie at the end of the day. And this last one was really important because you could create the ads, you can create the reel to go out, but then how are you going to actually start communicating with them? And how are you going to like convert it into a lead where you have contacts that then you can start to try to outreach to them, if more easily than waiting for them to reach you. Okay, so really simple, takes some
Tired
time.
of big city.
And we'll see. Yeah, we'll stop that if you don't mind the
Tired of big city.
Ashley, the video. I know it's complicated. Go back one more, I think, right?
Tired of big city prices?
Yeah, that one. Or we could just watch this. Go
Growing
ahead.
lakeside community is just 1 hour from Toronto and 1 hour from cottage country.
With a new GO station coming and a $48 million transformation of the Innisfil Beach Park already underway, this town is clearly building for the future. And while it's growing fast, it hasn't lost its small town charm. Community is everything here, from farmers markets to family events everywhere.
But what do people really love?
Innisfil is known for its year-round recreation. Beaches, trails, lake life, the great outdoors, right at your doorstep. Whether it's an afternoon of golf, boating at Friday Harbor, or simply soaking in the views, the lifestyle here is hard to beat. 35 parks, 250 plus kilometers of trails, 50 golf courses, 60 marinas, and even ATV-friendly roads.
Lake life, community connections, and a smart investment for your future. This is why you moved to Innisfil.
Okay, so that's the reel that essentially I created with the help and support of our team. I can't take full credit for this. Essentially, I came up with the idea, the background. I'm in Innisfil myself. I want to drive and more business to Innisfil, and make it, easier for clients because I know it like the back of my hand, and then easier for me because I'm not traveling to Toronto or like Northern Ontario all the time. So this is my goal, is to kind of create more of a database right here in my own community. Important things, keep it under 60 seconds ideally. I did find through utilizing the ads app that I'll explain a little bit later, that the majority of uh, the interest or the clicks were happening on stories. So for that reason, you want to keep it within the story time. And if you would ask probably our marketing guru, SG, or our photographer, videographer, they would even recommend shorter if you can. For this particular one, if you're doing a big community thing and you're really speaking to it, like 60 seconds is hard to keep it in, but I still could look at the data and see that this was still getting active views and people watching fully. Okay. The next thing is open with a hook, of course, something that's going to really drive people. For me, I was focusing on people outside of Ennisville looking to move to Ennisville. And so, big city prices, yeah, you tired of it? Check out Ennisville. So decide what that hook might look like for you, but that's going to be key and important to just get people in the first 5 seconds. Keep your face visible. Keep you visible on there. As much as I believe that we are selling a community or a house, we're also selling ourselves. The truth is there's 80, 90,000 realtors out there. They're going to find the community that they love no matter what, but they need to love you too. So keeping your face visible and showing a little bit of your personality through that, I think is key as well. Use subtitles. This is not me. I'm very fortunate, as we all know, to be on a team that has that backing of support from marketing as well as our videographer. So they put all the punchy little subtitles in there, but that's going to be important. A lot of people don't even listen to reels anymore. They will lay in bed and scroll when their partner's sleeping or whatever and watching TV, and they'll just read the subtitles. So make sure there's subtitles. Make sure there's, something to draw them in if they're not listening. And then add a single call to action. So this is and I'll get into this more, but this is what you need to put down. Like if you're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook and you see these ads come up of people, real estate agents, or a product or whatever the case may be, and at the bottom of it or the top of it, it's just like learn more or something clickable there. So that's going to be where we add our single call to action. And when you are going through the steps through the meta ads manager, then you'll see that will be all very clickable. Okay, next. Okay, so uploading your reel into the Meta Ads Manager, and I wish that I could just kind of walk you through this, but that was a whole entire presentation and learning in itself, and it would take probably an hour in itself. So I'm just giving you a high level of what you're going to be doing, but you log into Facebook, and when you log into Facebook, especially, you're probably going to do this on your desktop. To the far left-hand side, you're going to see a bunch of options, and you're just going to go down to Ads Manager, and you're going to click on that. And then it opens up your Ads Manager profile. Step 2, you're going to click Create. And under Create, at that point, you're going to then go, there's a lot of different options. Facebook is basically asking you, what do you want to do? And so you're going to say, I'm going to create, and you're going to go to leads. Okay, so forget all those other things. The thing that we want to do is we want to create leads. So you're going to click on leads, and that's then going to take you through the next step. And it's going to be I wouldn't say very intuitive, but it's going to be intuitive enough that you just have to answer questions. Some of those questions that are going to be the most important is step 3, choosing your budget, your schedule. Like you can really handcraft this however you wanted. I was just testing the waters. I chose for my first time like a 5-day, I think maybe 7 schedule is how long I wanted this to go out to people. And then I chose my budget, which I think I did like $10 a day. And I let Facebook decide how that got utilized. So generally speaking, you can make this as like you can make every single little decision you you want if you really want to have full control. But the way I was looking at it, and through the help of ChatGPT, what I found is that, look, let me focus on the things that I know. I'm not a huge marketing person at some big marketing firm that's outputting hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let me keep it as simple as possible, because the other option is Meta just does it for you. And so I think for most of us, at least for me, and if you're like me, you just want to kind of keep to concept, choose those big things like your budget that you know you want to spend, the schedule. We'll talk about the audience, and then everything else. Like, there's a reason I can bring up a topic and the next day it's an ad to me. Like, they know what they're doing. Okay. So step 4, you want to choose your audience. In this particular situation for me, what again I already mentioned, but I could hand select where Meta is driving this ad. So I picked Toronto because in a handful of my open houses this year in Innisfil, I took note of who was coming from where. So I'd said Toronto, okay, Aurora, Newmarket, I think I did King City. And I actually did also keep Innisfil, even though that this was driven towards people outside coming to. I'm trying to build my reputation in Innisfil, and it's just one more touch point. So if Innisfil people saw it, then by all means, okay? Placements, I will admit, I'm not overly familiar. This is one of the things I just left to Meta. But like I said, what they will do is they'll take your budget, they'll follow where the most traffic is coming from, and they'll redisperse funds where where you're getting the most action, right? So I was like, I don't need to be particular about that. I don't care. I want to just get this out here, give it a try, and then they will intuitively. I don't know. It's magic to me. It's just magic. But I just left kind of Meta to the placements, and then the follow where everything is going and where to put the funds and how to do that. Anyway, it worked. Okay, step 5 is you're going to upload your reel. That's the pretty easy part. You're going to also come up with your caption. I utilize ChatGPT for this. Like, I create the caption I want, but then everything I did to create this, I use the help of ChatGPT to be like, okay, what is going to drive the most interest, blah, 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 reword this. And then I just played with it a little bit. We do that like the back of our hand for every single listing that goes out. So the neat thing I should mention, though, is that Meta actually allowed you to do this 5 different times. So I just ever so adjusted like my main subtitle as well as the language under the caption, so that it can cover a few different scenarios that might catch different people. And then Meta decides, some genius, scary, magical way, who's going to be best to see that, based on, I don't know, them knowing everything about us. And I don't know anything more than that. But so that's really interesting. You can create up to 5 different and just have it go out and they see what they see. Okay. And then step 6, very important. You need to select your correct Facebook page, which has to be a business Facebook page. That was one thing that I learned. I don't know if you guys, some people might have saw my story about a month back, but I created a Facebook page for the first time, a business page, and it was essentially canceled because I was accused of personifying a famous person or whatever. And I was like, well, that's slightly a compliment and probably more so annoying. So anyway, you just got to create this stuff, make it very clean. You don't have to have a lot there. I didn't do anything but, like, say I'm in real estate, I'm with the Jennifer Jones team, here's my headshot. Like, it's very simplistic. There's a lot of people that probably already time have a business page. But if you don't let this discourage you. It didn't discourage me, and I still got leads. Okay, so, and then make sure your Instagram account is connected to it. Okay, and then also convert your Instagram account to business, from what I learned. And that is great because that is what is going to actually give you all the statistics, the demographics, who is looking at your ads. Are they females? Are they males? You can add who you want to target in terms of age. And then this will tell you everything once the leads start to funnel in, or the clicks as well. So, which will ideally help you get better as you go along to kind of craft it in a better way. Okay, next. Okay, the lead capture methods. So remember I said there's needs to be like some kind of clickbait at the end to then drive the leads. Well, this is it, and these are the options. Meta Instant Form. This is what I did. This was what was recommended. It's what made sense to me. But there's some other options too. The website landing page. So maybe you just want a reel to go out there. Maybe you want to get more publicity and just have people kind of driven to your website. That is one option. DM automation is another one. If you just want to try to start connecting, I didn't know that would be, I haven't tried it, but I didn't know that would be as successful as giving somebody a freebie that they're going to be interested in. So a Meta Instant Form is essentially, and if we actually go on to the next page, I think I have some screenshots of what that looks like. But essentially, this is it. So it's creating a form that is going to be clickable, that the potential prospect or whoever came across your reel is going to be able to click on and learn more, right? Or access a freebie. So main thing is keep it short, add value, and then add a privacy note at the end, which was recommended and seems to be important. But this is exactly what it looks like when you're in Meta. I just took a screenshot of what I need to fill out, and then it appears to the client pretty like that. So I just said, for me, it was get your free guide to moving to Innisfil. Thinking about moving to Innisfil, this is a free relocation guide. It covers local schools, parks, neighborhoods, and future growth plans, everything you need to know before making a move. And then they just will click on it, and how it works. You just enter your name and email, download, save the guide, learn and enjoy. And then at the end, I add the rest assured. Your info is secure and only used to send the guide. So that, I think, is the final little piece that's recommended. That just allows people to know if I put my information in here, it's not going to go out to the world. Let me think. There might have been one thing I was going to recommend or suggest. It's funny here. When you're creating this, you can also say what information you want. So for example, under enter your info, in the background in Meta, you're actually saying what info that you want. You can say it has to be the name, the email, and the phone number, or you can make the phone number optional. I made the phone number optional. That was another recommendation as per, I think, ChatGPT at the time, because they sometimes find that more people will sign up if they don't have to put their phone number in. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. We'll see. We'll make it optional so that it's there. The interesting thing about this is 80% of the people still put their phone numbers in. So I don't know if they just didn't read and just put it in, or they, wanted to be contacted or whatever. But I personally made it optional to put their phone numbers in, and it still worked out for the most part. Okay, next, please. So yeah, this was, again, my example. I already said a free relocation guide to Innisfil. It solved a problem for some people, helps movers and shows that you're an expert in that town. So we can go on to the next page, and I think I take you through. Yeah, SG, if you just click on your free guide to Innisfil, then it's going to show you exactly, if that's clickable for you. It should be, I think. Uh-oh. I could click.
Do you have the link handy? You can just put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here.
Just pull it up that way. It's no problem. Just make your presentation small for a sec. Let me try
yeah.
this way. It's okay. I got it. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
you
do
got
it
it?
this way. Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. It's just I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi is like having a conniption this morning because of
Oh,
course.
no worries.
Any day now. Here we go.
Okay, so this is the free Innisfil relocation guide that when they put their information in, they received. This is where I utilize Nathan's Gamma app, which honestly, this took me probably 2 hours because I was just figuring it out. But I now knowing what I'm doing could do it in 20 minutes. And as you can see, it gives them everything. This is not just real estate focused. It's like, here's the schools, here's the daycares for you, jobs and economy. Here's a little bit to know about it. I tried to make it in a brand that I liked, which was kind of neutral and lifestyle and recreation, getting around. Like this is what they're essentially receiving. Shopping and dining. I added my favorite restaurants, things to know, health and safety. Where's all the hospitals at? Where's all the, everything that they basically need to know about this community when they're moving here. While you'll love living in Innisfil, and then at the end, ready to move to Innisfil. And all of this is clickable as well. So like they can click on, contact Alex and blah, 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 blah. And this is just saying things I can help them with. So did they just want a neighborhood tour? Did they want real estate guidance or the moving resources? So, and then emailing me if they need to see properties. This is essentially was the clickbait that drove people to give me their information. Okay.
That's
That's
so
the heart of it
pretty.
all.
Like, how did you get all this data that you put on here? Did you have utilized ChatGPT or what did you do to get
Yes.
all these pieces of information?
So I did utilize ChatGPT. I basically said, create a relocation guide for me. But then, I used what I know about Innisfil, and I even went on different Innisfil sites. If I wanted to find actual figures, like you see, like how many golf courses are in the region accessible, how many, what's the kilometers of trails and all of that stuff, things that are interesting to people. I just kind of did a little bit of that extra homework. If I didn't know the exacts, I said what I want it to be in there. But then you got to check ChatGPT. You put in the schools and they'll come up with certain things, but one of them might have been like in Toronto. And I'm like, well, that's not there. But generally speaking, I used ChatGPT. It created a thing for me. I refined it. Then I took it over to Gamma app. Gamma app, it's ingenious, but I essentially only use it to make those kind of forms or websites. You put it in, you can say what kind of, I want neutral, and you can change the imagery, right? Like this little person, I just asked for, okay, give me a blonde person in a suit. Because it just it didn't look anything like me. So I just changed it around a little bit, right? But very, very, very simple. I decided to pay for like the lowest possible thing. I don't even remember what it was, but I feel like it was under $12 a month or something. And you can always cancel that at any time. So yeah, that's how I created that. And that was really, really easy. Okay. So clickbait, this is just giving some examples. You can do whatever. I want to do more of these, and it's going to be different each time, obviously. But thinking of moving, read this first. 7 things nobody tells you about relocating. Like it doesn't have to be a reel that's specifically on the community. I think that's a good one to start with. And the thing I loved about it is I'm literally grabbing leads where I know that people are looking at Innisfil. So that was the first one for me. It made sense, but there could be other ones that you're going to be creating that's going to go out, and whether you do this monthly or every 2 weeks, it's great. 7 things nobody tells you about relocating, and then save thousands with this guide. Just like some clickbait examples. On to the next. best CTAs. So this is call to actions. This is what you need to have people give you their information. And these are just some examples of what they can click, which would be just at the bottom, grab the free guide, download instantly. I did learn and find that if anybody is getting something free and valuable, then that's what's going to draw them in. But get info before you move, click to get relocation guide. If you're trying to tap into sellers, tap for your free list of off-market homes. This is something that I've thought about, like how many of us do door knocking and we know somebody might be interested in selling if the right buyer or price came to them, but they're not going through the process. If that's something that's on my mind for wanting to do, is to create a list. Of course, not being able to just put out those homes. I haven't logistically thought about this, but creating something that drives them to want to contact you, because imagine if you had this list of off-market things, people are going to want to get in touch. And then get my free seller prep checklist, tap here. So these are just some call to action examples. Budget and timing. If you're just getting into this for the first time, you literally can do $5 to $10 a day, like something simple. Run it 7 to 14 days. I did 5 to 7, and like to give you an example, it wasn't crazy. Like my first couple of days, I had a good amount of leads, but then every other day it might have been 1 or 2 leads funneling in to about, I think over 5 days, maybe 15 leads. With numbers mostly and emails. And I've already gotten in touch with some of those people. So yeah, it can be good, but that was a tester for me. So just test it out, and maybe we can share this stuff and learn together. And then I haven't gone this far yet, but apparently the algorithm does adjust the timing as to when this reel will hit people, I think is what Facebook does, but it will start to follow, because I can clearly see the times, the days people are most active, all of this through just changing my Instagram to a business account. And yeah, so apparently Meta just does that for you. And then it says refresh every 30 to 45 days, where you can refresh, I guess, maybe the same exact thing, because why not? There's going to be always people looking to move to a certain community. And then it's just going to be, whether it hits the same people or goes out to new people, it's just like your face. Oh, this again. I didn't click it last time. But so anyway, I haven't gotten that far, but these are the recommendations in terms of budgeting and timing. Next. Tracking results. So I've talked about this a little bit, but it tracks everything, like your cost per lead, your watch time metrics, your best placements, which again, it's above my head, but I'm like, just funnel the leads to me. And then lead to convo conversion as well. These are all things that you can track. I wonder if I can go into my thing and if you guys can see that. So this is the Ads Manager app. Can you guys? No, probably not. Ads Manager app.
Can't really see the blurry.
You can't really see it. It blurs this.
Yeah.
But it's when you download this, it gives you, like, if you can click on, basically it will take you right here. And what it says, okay, here's the last 7 days. Here's the amount you've spent. Here's the how many leads, and you click into the leads, and it's almost kind of like our CRM system, where it follows if you click whether you've contacted them or not, right? So then you can later on follow up with how that's going. And then final tips: test your hooks, keep reels simple, offer value, follow up fast. We've learned this from the great Courtney, and stay consistent. There are a couple people that I've connected with because I was like calling them every day, even if they didn't answer. So yeah, and then I was emailing as well. And then my last thing, I ran 2 different trials, one through more of an Instagram focus. Instagram's very it's easier where you can just do a boost. You know, you see those messages asking if you want to boost your reel. And so I did do that as well at the same time as the Facebook one going out. I did that because truthfully, I didn't really know exactly what the difference was. And I wanted to be able to track which one was doing better and what I liked better for the future. What I found was I did like both of them. Just boosting the Instagram doesn't give you the clickbait ability to add on the instant form. And so you're not actually getting contact information. What I was getting, however, were a lot of follows. And it says, follow from your ad, follow from your ad. Like in a couple of weeks, less than that, I got like 60 something new follows from my ad. And so then what I was doing, I was like, well, how do I convert this? And I just said, well, okay, let me go to every time I got a new follow, I went to them, I'm DM'd saying, thanks for the follow. Did you find me through real estate, or how can I help you, or blah, blah. And people are connecting. So I kind of like that too, because it does build your social media account. People will start to follow. I'm seeing people that are newly followed me just looking at my stories because I'm like interested to see if they're actually following through. So you never know, but those are two different ways. And I think that's it. Sorry, that took me right to the end. Any questions?
That's so perfect. This is amazing. Yeah. Any questions for Alex?
Just trust if I can do it, anybody
Just
can.
gonna say, Alex, maybe share. Are you a very techie person?
Me? No.
There we go.
I'm
So
the worst.
you heard it here first.
No.
If you're completely technologically challenged, okay, if you're having difficulties with any tech stuff, you can do this, okay? And I can tell you, I did nothing. Like Alex really did this on her own. She really took these trainings and just ran with it. And she consulted AI a lot when she got stuck. And the only time when she consulted me was at the very, very end. She just had me look at one little thing, and that was it. So she really kind of doubled down and took what she learned on our Feature Fridays, which is so amazing. This is what we want to do for you guys. We want to try to provide a lot of value for you so you can go out there. There's no gatekeeping, okay? We want to give you these things so you can go and do business. That's the whole point. There's enough for everyone. We just want everyone to do well and do business. So we can only encourage you to go ahead and try these things that you're learning here. Alex, you were going to add something.
I was going to say, I don't know how everybody else feels, but I'm sure another one of those learn lunch and learns, or just learnings you did on opening the Meta app, and being able to go step by step would probably be of value to people. So maybe in the future, there could be another one of those, now kind of knowing how this translates and how it can actually just funnel leads to you. And then we can do that.
Absolutely. However, I will say this, don't let that hold you back. Again, you can use, like, if you want to jump on this now, do it. Okay. I encourage you to go and do it. This is amazing. And there's so many different things now that you can do with everything that's available to us. Okay. So you're not stuck, and you can consult AI. There is so many funnels that you can find within ChatGPT that can help you build out all of these things that you need in order to set up your campaign. And then you can take screenshots of your Meta if you get stuck and send it to your ChatGPT and say, I have no idea what's going on here. Can you just walk me through? Give me steps like you're talking to a 5-year-old. And that's what I always tell my ChatGPT. I always tell him to talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old, and he gives me the simplest steps ever. And it's amazing. So utilize your AI. There is really nothing at this point that can hold you back from just going and trying this stuff. And if you really are super stuck and you can't keep going, you can always reach out. We're here and we're happy to help. Yeah, I can only encourage you, go try the stuff that we're giving you to try.
Mhm.
Good luck, everybody.
Any questions before we run away? I think everyone is like, I'm gonna go make a guide. Time to
Yeah.
book
So
time to
easy,
book a
guys.
community spotlight. Let's do it. We want to
Yeah.
see it. So great.
So
Alex,
good,
thank
Alex.
you so much for popping in
Mhm.
so quickly after trying this and being a guinea pig. It's amazing. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll do another one when I've really dived into it and have even more data and feedback and trial and error. Okay.
Absolutely. We love that. Thank you so much, everyone. Make amazing things happen. Have an incredible day, and then we'll see you all next time.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, Alex. Bye, everyone.
Welcome.